Right now, getting into the summer spirit as Madison's golf course is open for the season.
Plus, a scare at the Masters caught on camera when a couple trees come tumbling down.
And later, opening day in Beloit as the Sky Carp season kicks off. We'll check it out coming up right now at 10. Thank you for joining us tonight. Today's sunshine and warmth had golfers racing to the green this morning.
The weather came at a perfect time as golf courses are now open across Madison. McKenna Alexander has the story.
Golf courses across Madison are officially open for the season as golfers prepare to hit the links once more.
When the weather's nice, sun's shining, then you can start feeling the warmth. It's a good day for golf.
Friday morning, the countdown to golf season officially came to an end in the city of Madison as golfers returned to the green bright and early.
I couldn't wait for the courses to open. It's been a long winter and you can only practice so much, and I've been chomping at the bit for the courses to get open up, and I'm ready.
For many golfers, hitting the links is a lifetime sport. Don't believe me? Just ask Tim Rice, who just turned 70 years old this week.
I think like a lot of people that take up golf, once you do it, you're hooked. I love being outdoors. I love that it's kind of an individual sport, but you're playing with good friends, and it's just the competition.
And if you've never played a round of golf before, like me, don't hurry, it's not too late to start.
We've got great instruction programming. We've got kids programming all the way up to adult. So great time to start getting involved.
Plus, there's no better time to break out the clubs than now.
I'll be watching the Masters, and it seems like when the Masters week comes up, that's when the golf juices start to flow.
Everybody's excited to get out and hit that first tee shot of the year, make that first par, that first birdie, hopefully. So really kind of an exciting time of year.
With 4 courses across Madison, Yahara Hills, Monona, Glen Golf Park, and Odana Hills, there's no shortage of places to tee off.
It can be enjoyed by anybody, and that's really what we're trying to bring to the City of Madison golf courses, try to make these more reflective of our community and be able to get more people into the game.
In Madison for News 3 Now, this is McKenna Alexander.
And if you'd prefer to bring your clubs to Odana Hills, the course opens 8 a.m. tomorrow and Sunday as well. And on both days for all of your Masters coverage, the tournament will be carried live, of course, right here on News 3 Now, CBS affiliates nationwide. And coverage starts 10 a.m. both days.
And check out this video from the Masters today. Play had to be suspended a few times due to the weather. And on the 17th hole, a couple of trees actually come crashing down. That's sending spectators running. No one was hurt. Well, let's get a check on our certified most accurate forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi.
Yeah, that was kind of scary at the Masters, and unfortunately the weather does not look that nice for them over the next couple of days. Temperatures have been in the 80s the last couple of days, but take a look at the forecast for tomorrow and Sunday. Today we were in the it was in the mid 80s before the showers and storms came in. Tomorrow, high temperatures only in the lower 50s with a pretty good chance of rain, maybe an isolated thunderstorm in there, and then Sunday maybe a little sun mixed in with the clouds, but still on the cool side. There'll be some scattered showers. High temperature at 61 degrees in Augusta, Georgia. Time lapse from the WIC TV Skycam here in Madison. Lots of sunshine today, just hazy clouds overhead from time to time. As we look at Doppler track, though, some precipitation has been breaking out across central Wisconsin, mainly north of our viewing area. Far northern portions of Juneau and Adams counties may see some light sprinkles or flurries. A lot of what you see from Fond du Lac down toward Milwaukee is precipitation aloft. It's not reaching the ground. 6-hour future track radar, though, shows a lot of that precipitation changing over to snow up into central Wisconsin, and that could lead to some snow accumulations there. High temperatures today, only in the upper 30s to around 40 degrees near Lake Michigan, but inland mid-50s here in Madison, and temperatures around 60 to the west, 60 for the high Prairie du Chien and also in Boscobel. Right now, temperatures still lower 50s in those locations. Madison's down to 39, and temperatures are right around freezing in Waukesha and in Juneau and Dodge County. Here in Dane County, temperatures are in the upper 30s in eastern Dane County, lower 40s to the west. Look for a low temperature tonight of about 34 degrees with some drizzle or flurries well north of Madison. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes milder weather as we head through the Easter weekend.
Gary, thank you. New tonight, Madison fire teams are investigating a fire downtown. They received multiple calls about someone who caught on fire on Hamilton Street and has some serious injuries. Information is very limited at this time, so be sure to stay with us as we do learn more. Next tonight, Governor Tony Evers is pardoning nearly 160 more people today, most of them for relatively low-level offenses like drug dealing and possession. That extends his record number of pardons to 933 during 4 years in office, easily the most of any Wisconsin governor.
Developing new tonight, the Pentagon investigating how secret documents outlining U.S. support for an upcoming Ukrainian counteroffensive began popping up on social media. Those documents showed secret American and NATO plans for building up the Ukrainian military. Pentagon officials also say the documents appear to be doctored a bit, showing fewer Russian casualties, more Ukrainian casualties, leading some to question whether it was Russia itself that leaked them.
If I had to make a guess, it would be that it was more likely a Russian disinformation campaign as opposed to some sort of espionage undertaking.
The leaked documents do not provide specific battle plans, nor do they mention when or where Ukraine intends to launch the offensive, which American officials say is likely in the next month or so. Coming up in just a few minutes, it was the pride of Ukraine before the war, the largest plane in the world. But it was destroyed in the early days of the invasion, and now the company that built it is vowing to rebuild. We'll have that story coming up.
Vice President Kamala Harris joining a rally in Nashville for the 3 Tennessee Democrats who have been targeted by the Republican supermajority. President Biden has invited them to the White House now. CBS's Mark Strassman reports.
Round of applause for the awesome Justin Jones and Justin Pearson.
The newly expelled Tennessee lawmakers are being hailed by many as heroes in Nashville, one day after being ousted from the state legislature for demanding action on gun control.
We need you.
Vice President Kamala Harris flew down from Washington to support the so-called Tennessee Three and said the actions by the Republican supermajority were shameful.
A democracy says you don't silence the people. You do not stifle the people. You don't turn off their microphones when they are speaking about the importance of life and liberty.
Republicans expelled Democrats Justin Pearson and Justin Jones for disrupting a legislative session with their fellow Democrat, Representative Gloria Johnson.
No action, no peace.
The three were demanding stricter gun control laws in the wake of another school shooting.
Mutiny on the House floor.
The expulsion drew immediate outrage from many watching. Johnson, a former teacher who experienced a school shooting in 2008, avoided removal by just one vote.
It might have to do with the color of our skin.
Republicans deny that. Jones will likely be back in the chamber room soon. Nashville's council chooses an interim replacement on Monday, and a majority of them have signaled they intend to appoint Jones. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Nashville.
Tennessee's constitution prevents lawmakers from being expelled for the same offense twice.
After a special appointment fills the seats, there will be a special election. Jones and Pearson can then both run again for their offices. Around Wisconsin, a 4-year-old child is in the hospital in critical condition after falling into an underground septic tank in Eau Claire County yesterday. That child had to be rescued by first responders, rushed to the hospital. Investigators say the incident was an accident due to a faulty lid on that tank. And a recall notice tonight, Revolution Farms LLC recalling all products sold under their brand. The Michigan Department of Agriculture says that the brand, which specializes in lettuce and salad mixes, has a high risk of carrying listeria. The products were sold in Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, and Wisconsin.
Developing tonight, a shooting in a popular vacation destination in South Carolina. Police say 6 people have been taken to a hospital this evening after a shooting on the Isle of Palms. The police chief says several people are in custody, but they cannot yet confirm whether the gunman is one of them. 11 people have been hospitalized after a massive apartment fire in Detroit. Fire crews first arrived on scene around 3:30 this morning, and it took them several hours to get it under control. It is unclear what caused this fire, but the fire chief says his crews are focusing on the 4th and 5th floors now.
Wisconsin's newest area code set to launch next month. According to the state's Public Service Commission, area code 274 will be in service starting May 5th. It'll overlay the same area currently served by the 920 area code, which is expected to run out of available numbers soon. Cities affected by the change include Beaver Dam, Fort Atkinson, Watertown, and Columbus, among other parts of northeastern Wisconsin. Down in Rock County, it was baseball night.
The Beloit Skycarp opening the season this evening, and this is the team's second full year in their new ABC Supply Stadium along the Rock River. The team tells us they broke an attendance record last year and hope to break that this year. Tonight's weather sure helped, marking the first of many nice evenings at the ballpark this summer.
You know, really tonight is about just kind of pure baseball and welcoming people back in. And then this weekend we've got, you know, temperatures in the upper 60s, which is, you know, it's Wisconsin. It's early April. This doesn't happen. So we're super lucky and just excited to welcome people back into the ballpark.
And we're told this year there are new food options at the ballpark, and that includes shrimp tacos and a new jumbo hot dog, in addition to all of those classic ballpark favorites. Still to come tonight, we'll check in with our baseball fan, Gary Canalti, who will have your Easter weekend forecast.
But first, rebuilding a piece of aviation history, no matter the price. That story next.
Us. This isn't us. Is it? Uh-huh. Let's take a break from our devices for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. And let's see what we find.
Hey, bud.
U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Arby's, 2 for $7. Every day, a classic, a favorite, an Arby's legend. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines. But US Cellular gives you just one line for $29.99 with unlimited data. So you don't have to get more lines than you need. No, you hang up.
U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Hello?
Fall in love with the Jennifer Hudson Show. I broke my mama's coffee table, y'all. And Queer Eyes 10 Friends has a cute confession.
I need to tell you a story. I promise I'm not a crazy person.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. The Labor Department releasing the March jobs report today. And while hiring is still happening at a brisk pace, it is slowing a bit.
The latest numbers show the economy added 236,000 jobs in March. That's a big drop from the employment gains in January and February. The unemployment rate dropped slightly to 3.5%.
Today's jobs report is a Goldilocks report. It really highlights that the labor market is still growing strong. It's still surprisingly resilient, even in the face of rising interest rates, but at the same time, it is cooling.
The report also broke a record with the African-American unemployment rate falling to 5%. It is the lowest since records began in 1972.
New information tonight, and we touched on this yesterday at 10. United Airlines now says it is cutting flights in and out of the New York area airports this summer due to a shortage of air traffic controllers. The airline says it plans to compensate by flying bigger aircraft on fewer routes. A Ukrainian aircraft producer wants to get the world's largest plane back in the sky. The Antonov 225 was a one-of-a-kind aircraft which Ukraine built in the 1980s.
It was an engineering marvel before it was destroyed in the early days of the war. But as David McKenzie reports, Ukraine is not ready to give up on it.
The first hours of the war. Russian elite forces descending on Hostomel Airport outside Kyiv. Their intended launch pad to the capital. It didn't work out. Ukrainian forces famously pushed the Russians back, and they made a discovery at Hostomel. The pride of Ukraine, the remarkable AN-225 or Maria cargo plane, gutted in the fighting.
You know, it was feeling like you are a part of something great.
It's the first time pilot Yevgeny Bashinsky has come back. Yevgeny, coming back here, it must be quite hard for you. What's the emotion like?
It's very hard to be here and to see all these situations, destroyed plane, destroyed hangars. It's quite hard to see.
The Ukrainian Antonov company says it wants to rebuild this one-of-a-kind giant, no matter what it takes. Designer Valery Kostyuk says they've already retrieved much of what they can use.
You can feel the extraordinary size of this plane inside the fuselage. The Maria was the heaviest plane in the world, and it could carry up to 250 tons inside or even on top.
Designed to transport the Soviet-era Buran spacecraft, the Antonov company refurbished the Maria multiple times. With 6 turbofan engines, each with more than 50,000 pounds of thrust, and a 32-wheel landing gear system, the Maria was a marvel, an outsized hit with plane spotters and aviation enthusiasts.
When you were flying this plane, so many people wanted to take photos of it, follow it. What was that like?
I was feeling a great responsibility, not only to operate this plane properly, correctly, but it was also a great responsibility because you are attracting a lot of attention. A few days after, you can open the YouTube and see all what have you done.
But to put Maria back in the sky, the Antonov company says it could cost nearly $1 billion and take years. But for Ukrainians, it's a point of pride.
That was David McKenzie reporting. Next tonight, some pretty incredible video. Mother Nature putting on a light show overnight in southeast Texas, Houston to be exact. But around here in Madison, we are in the clear for the next few days. Here's Gary with your first warn forecast.
I don't see any lightning in our forecast for at least the next week. And what's more, we probably won't see much in the way of rain either. Now, tonight, we're seeing some light rain and snow showers through central Wisconsin, mainly north of our viewing area. From these showers from around Eau Claire over toward Wausau and Green Bay, about a narrow band, about maybe a county or two wide, that's moving through central Wisconsin. And 6-hour future track radar shows as temperatures cool down, that precipitation changes over to snow, but it's moving from west to east, so it's not coming in our direction. If anything, it's lifting a little bit more toward the north. But there are winter weather advisories overnight from Wausau over to just north of Green Bay for the potential for perhaps as much as 3 to 6 inches of snow in a very narrow band. You get up toward Rhinelander, probably less than an inch. Green Bay, maybe an inch or two, but it's that area right in between, say from around Merrill to Antigo to just northwest of Green Bay. 3 things you need to know in our forecast. Look for skies to be partly cloudy for tomorrow, especially in the afternoon. High temperatures will be in the 60s this weekend with even more sunshine for Sunday. And then breezy southerly winds kick in. Temperatures jump up into the 70s for much of next week, but little, if any, precipitation expected until probably Saturday afternoon of next weekend. Your Easter peep forecast, temperatures starting out in the upper 30s early Easter morning. Around noontime, temperatures will be in the lower 60s already. Look for a high of about 66. And in the evening, they'll be down to around 60 with a little more cloud cover during the evening hours. The high temperature forecast over the next 10 days, the average high goes from 54 to 58 and will be at 58 at the end of that 10-day period. But other than that, every day we'll see above normal temperatures and Thursday and Friday, still looking at temperatures about 20 degrees above average. Weather Track shows our part of the country pretty quiet. Showers and thunderstorms, of course, down by Georgia and Augusta. Not a good situation for tomorrow because more rain upstream is heading in that direction. But other than a storm system in the Pacific Northwest, the middle part of the country, other than that little band of rain and snow showers through central Wisconsin, is pretty dry. And temperatures, for the most part, are pretty close to average. There's a stationary front that divides slightly colder air to the north, slightly milder conditions to the south, where winds are generally out of the south. Notice temperatures mainly in the 40s through southwestern Wisconsin. La Crosse still at 53 degrees, but just to the north, Eau Claire drops to 41, and temperatures are around freezing over toward Rhinelander. As we check out our forecast for tomorrow, look for skies to start out mostly cloudy in the morning, but it'll turn partly sunny in the afternoon, be a little milder with a high temperature of 60. Planning your day across Dane County for tomorrow: 60 for the high in Deerfield, 61 in Albion, 61 in Belleville, and 62 in Mazo-Maney. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 57 in Wautoma, 57 in Fond du Lac, Milwaukee, closer to Lake Michigan, 53, but inland Prairie du Chien topping out at 63. And our first warned 7 to 10 day forecast will be in the mid-60s for Easter Sunday. Slight chance for some showers or a drizzle Sunday night into Monday morning, and then more sunshine. Temperatures jump up into the 70s for much of next week. Shower thunderstorm chance late Saturday afternoon into Saturday night, ending as a few showers Sunday morning and maybe a sprinkle or two on Monday of the following week.
The Brewers homestand continues this weekend as they welcome a division rival. More from Game 1 with the Cardinals coming up in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Non-drowsy Claritin knocks out symptoms from over 200 allergens without knocking you out. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Live Claritin Clear.
At Weedman Lawn Care, we believe that a lush, beautiful lawn should be enjoyed by the whole family. That's why we offer a kid and pet-friendly program to create a healthier, greener, weed-free lawn that your whole family can enjoy. Our program includes effective applications of targeted weed control and slow-release golf course quality fertilizer to achieve real results. Call or click today for your free quote, or sign up now and see the Weedman difference. Doesn't your family deserve a Weedman lawn?
Get 11% off your painting and staining projects at Menards. Give a beautiful color to your projects with Minwax Wood Finish. Minwax is a penetrating stain that enhances all types of wood and dries fast. Minwax Wood Finish is $10.99 after rebate. Add a stylish look to your home with DuraClean by Dutch Boy. It's an interior paint and primer in one that's washable, scrubbable, and stain resistant. A gallon is just $21.97 after 11% rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
We went to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison last night.
I don't really get how the jackpots work.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison actually has had multiple million-dollar winners.
There are linked progressive slot machines at the same casino where local players increase the jackpot amount.
And a standalone progressive jackpot increases when a player plays on an individual machine that isn't linked to any other machine. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. More ways to win. Find your perfect jackpot.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. Call today for free information.
Call 800-550-5543.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
After opening the season with a loss at Wrigley, the Brewers quickly adjusted and have been unstoppable since. 5 straight wins. And the homestand continues this weekend as the crew gets ready for their first home divisional series. The Cardinals in town for 3, and it's a quiet start to the opener. And the bats heat up in the 3rd. Runners on the corners for Rowdy Tellez. A sac fly plates the 1st. And it's just the start because Garrett Mitchell's hot streak continues. RBI single makes it a 2-run ball game. And between Brandon Woodruff's start and a solid showing from the bullpen, the crew gets the 4-0 shutout. Badger softball down in Indiana this weekend facing Purdue scoreless till the 5th. Then Wisconsin opens up scoring. Christiana Angelopoulos takes advantage of 2 runners on and connects for a 2 RBI single. And Bucky just keeps it coming. Pair of runners on for Molly Schlosser. Now she's just shy of a homer, but either way, her shot drives in 2 more runs. But in the circle, Maddie Schwartz has it on lock. She throws the program's 11th no-hitter, and Bucky wins it 7-0. Keke Harvey just tearing up the ice in the Women's World Championship. The Badgers scored 2 power play goals in Team USA's 9-1 win over Switzerland today. And she's not the only one from Badger Nation who helped put together the win. Abby Rock scored a goal, added 3 assists, and Hillary Knight also finished the game with an assist. Team USA's next game is Sunday with Czechia. And history was made tonight as Annalise Bergman made her start in goal for the Janesville Jets. She was the first woman in the United States to play a junior hockey game. She finishes the night with 22 saves. The Jets do fall, though, 2-1. Having already locked up the Eastern Conference's #1 seed this week, several Bucks are sitting out tonight against the Grizzlies. But before the game, Giannis was honored for everything he achieved this season, becoming the franchise leader in points and assists, plus the most games played by a Buck. Now to the action, Jay Crowder just couldn't miss. He was 4 of 5 from three-point land, finishes with 24. Lindell Wigington with a team-high 25. However, the Bucks do drop this one, 137-114. Day 2 at Augusta National, and Brooks Koepka just owns this round. He entered the day in a 3-way tie atop the leaderboard, but a clean outing, which included 3 birdies and an eagle. He's sitting 12 under overall, and round 2 did get suspended because of weather, so that picks up tomorrow morning before moving day officially begins. Tiger Woods sitting right above the projected cut on the board. Through 11 this afternoon, he's 2 over. The 3rd and final rounds of the Masters will air here on CBS this weekend. It's hard to replace a guy like Nick Herbig on the Wisconsin defense. The Badger outside linebacker wasn't only the team leader in sacks and TFLs, but Herbig led the Big Ten in those categories too. That's a lot of production to replace, but UW's new outside linebacker coach, Matt Mitchell, doesn't plan on doing it with one guy. It's a committee thing. And his group of backers know what the standard for the group is come September.
I don't want there to be a drop-off as far as production, and I feel like CJ feels the same way. Obviously, we weren't as productive as we wanted to be last season, but I don't feel like that'll be the case this season. They're giving us more opportunity, I feel like. We got a lot of opportunity to just be ball players, and I feel like we're going to take advantage of that.
There's a lot of pressure and opportunities on the outside linebackers. You know, I tell the guys they got to be kind of 5-tool players. They got to set edges in the run game. They got to be able to, you know, pressure off the edge.
We'll be right back.
Have you heard? We've outgrown our space. Again! Save up to half off floor samples and special orders at Dwellings Construction Sale. Dwellings, interior design and home furnishings. Still Madison's best kept $150 secret.
You've got places to be, things to do, goals to crush. So at Basecamp Fitness, we pack 50 minutes worth of calorie burn into just 35. How do we do it? By switching between 60-second intervals of air bike cardio and strength training to keep the workout and your progress moving forward fast, no matter what level you're at. Now through April 19th, get 2 weeks free. Visit any of our 3 Madison locations or basecampfitness.com.
You may want to attend college,
but you have a full-time job and kids that need your full-time attention.
How can you possibly attend college?
You learn online at South University.
Earn your degree any hour, any day, from anywhere.
And the credit transfer policies also make it easier to return to college.
The convenience of taking classes where you want.
The flexibility of taking classes when you want.
So you can become who you want.
South University Online.
1-800-211-2082.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you. So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Community is helping each other, making sure your neighbor is taken care of. At Lake Ridge Bank, community is who we are. We take pride in being a community bank, strengthening relationships and investing in the places we come from. It's why we are who we are. Lake Ridge Bank. Go far, go together.
Can we really trust him with a car?
Of course we can, Lindsay. With AAA Auto Insurance.
Wait, AAA has auto insurance?
Yes, sir. Been insuring drivers for 100 years. After all, who knows automotive better than AAA? We do home insurance, too. Thank you.
Switch and save on AAA Auto Insurance and expect something more.
Have you heard? We've outgrown our space. Again! Save up to half off floor samples and special orders at Dwellings Construction Sale.
Dwellings, interior design and home furnishings.
Still Madison's best kept $150 secret.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, we'd like to let you know that our 10 o'clock team, we've been together for many, many years, and tonight we are losing probably our most valuable player.
That's right, Chris Verheyen. We call him Vern around here. He's been our 10 o'clock producer now for the last 8 years. There he is. He really has been the heart and soul.
Did somebody wake him up?
The heart and soul of our night team, and he's just been a fabulous member of this team, and he's always made our show really just happen here, and he's been such a great member of our staff. We're going to miss you so much, Chris. We wish you nothing but the best. He's leaving us to go work for the DOT with his girlfriend. They bought a house over in the Milwaukee area, so and she used to be our producer as well.
Producer,
so we've now lost both of them, but we wish you nothing but the best. You will be missed so much by all of us here on the News 3 Now team. Quick final check with Gary.
A little chilly out there tonight. Maybe some rain and snow showers for far northern parts of our viewing area, but shouldn't amount to much here. Some accumulating snow up to the north. Greg Barnhart will have the weekend forecast.
Well, have a happy Easter weekend, everybody.
And do something good, Vern.